Glad to see the group of people out here tonight. I've been teaching for a long time about the sport, pro business in the county, and keep this county going. I feel that we elect state and federal politicians. They set the rules and regulations, and I really feel that you're over your head trying to regulate and set ordinance just because I don't think you can do it. I'd really like to see the paper be able to get the price tag that was put on with your harness lawyer and doing this. I'd like to see that paper.
Just on that thought, Mike, when an invoice comes to us, all invoices matter of public record.
And I appreciate the Oakland's time to put this in the front page. I don't think if this would have been in the front page of Oakland's time, probably wouldn't have had this turnout here tonight. A lot of these meetings you're bringing up, probably the majority of the people in Oakland County don't know about. I didn't know about the meeting coming up Thursday night. You bring these meetings on. If you're going to do this and you're going to make these big changes in the county, the people need to know about this and they need to be able to vote on it. You're all just pushing this through, and I know two of you up there right now are doing that. I feel that this should be voted on to the people of Oakland County. Another thing is, me and Mr. Fleming have talked down today, and I agree completely with Ralph. I think there's a small majority coming in here, and they're really controlling the county commission. So I wish Ralph could have went ahead and spoke to peace there a little bit better. And that's about all I have to say.
Thank you, Mike. Frank? Okay. Dylan?
Yeah, my name is Dylan Irving. I'm here representing myself tonight, so I do want to make a comment or two that hadn't been touched upon. What actually brought this ordinance about was drilling from Marcellus Shale, and I think the two commissioners sitting there would probably agree with that. Mr. Vasquez, of course, at his first meeting, I asked him how he could take away property rights without just compensation. He is an attorney, and I think he kind of sidestepped that question, if you remember right, Mr. Sadler. Of course, I did attend the meeting that Dr. Carr from WG presented.
Yes, sir. Seems like a long time ago.
Well, I didn't work today, so that put the day behind maybe. Anyway, I did listen to his presentation, and the council that she represents has been well publicized, but there's no fracking contamination in any groundwater. So every Marcellus well that's been drilled in West Virginia, according to him, and he worked in the oil and gas industry, he's employed now by WVD. The county commission didn't have to pay him nothing to get him to come in here and present his views. And some of you were there, and you heard him say the same thing. Marcellus shale drilling and fracking process, if it's done correctly, presents no problem to groundwater, well water, or any type of water that will be used for human consumption. And that was presented yesterday at the meeting. So, these scare tactics, and these people knows that there's regulations being presented to the legislature which will control 90% of the problems, if there is any problems, which there's no documented proof that there's any problem. It's easy to say, yeah, contaminated groundwater, contaminated well water. It's easy to say that, but there's no documented proof of it. And I think, 68 wells, I didn't write it down, that's already been completed in, or 70 wells in West Virginia. No documented proof that there's any contamination from Marcellus well drilling. Now, the county commission went up to Webster County to look at wells. There is contamination in Webster County, according to him, and he works at wells all over West Virginia. That contamination is either coming from a abandoned coal mine or a shallow well that was drilled back maybe in the early 1900s. Not even coming from a Marcellus well. That's his statement, not mine. And that's the man that studies oil and gas drilling in West Virginia. He's employed by West Virginia University. The guy that's supposed to have all the facts. Now, I'm opposed to this ordinance. I'm opposed to zoning. I think the federal and state government have enough regulations. And, I just hate to see us even consider something like this. Thank you.
Will?
Yeah. I got here a little bit late, but I know a lot of people in this room. I have a lot of respect for the farming community in this county, the industrial community that's left here, timber industry that's here. survives off of tourism. And I have been blessed with living on a beautiful farm that we just grow a little timber, have a little hay on it, and we grow a lot of people through there occasionally, and we have a pretty good reputation in this county and in the state and in this region, and probably even nationally. And I can tell you that this county is a very special place. And I think that hopefully most people that are from here and grew up here agree with me on that. And I think a lot of times people that grow up in special places like this sometimes don't see it quite every day, like maybe some people who come back to this county, who grew up here and left and had to go work wherever, Ohio, Washington, D.C., North Carolina, and they get back here and they realize what a jewel this place is. And, you know, when the sun comes up here every morning and that little stream or spring that's on your property is bubbling clean water, you know, go look at it tomorrow, because everyone takes those kind of things for granted. And in this world today, if you all read the newspaper, watch Fox News, CNN, don't watch the news at all, you just read the Pocahontas Times, I think that part of you could agree with me, or all of you could agree with me, that these are things that we take for granted. Okay? I commend 2 or 3 of these commissioners for tackling and trying to tackle a very difficult subject. And these are not easy things. It requires real leadership to talk about these issues. And I'm excited that this many people are in the room tonight, because I wish, you know, when it comes to drug abuse and pill abuse in this county, that this many business people would come out and support that. When we talk about high-speed internet here, that this many people would put pressure on Frontier and the state of West Virginia to find this $130 million that they have to create broadband in the state. Those are the kind of things, if you want to grow your industries here in this community and attract better jobs, we have to work together as a county. This is a very dysfunctional place. And I know a lot of you agree with me, because we're always fighting. And when you have big projects that come upon a county, like a major sewer system and a major resort that are owned by people from out of state and at certain times even out of the country, it's too big of a project for 3 county commissioners to tackle in previous commissions. So these are big, big issues. They're not going to go away. 6 months from now, 2 years from now, there's going to be something else big coming through here. Whether it's a big road and we're moving people by eminent domain, moving someone's home, moving their farm, moving their barn. I can't say I agree with that or disagree with that, but I'll say this. These guys are taking on a difficult task right here. And they're looking out for all of our benefits, because a lot of people in this room 20 years from now won't be here. They won't be at continuous care. They'll be gone. So it takes real leadership to step up and talk about real issues. This is a very important issue. These gas and oil companies don't give a plug nickel for anyone in this room. They want to make the money and they want to get out of here. So you want to open yourself up and let them have everything, go right ahead. Why hasn't the state of West Virginia come and helped us the last 3 years? It hasn't just been Pocahontas County. We got into this late in the game. The rest of the state's crying for more inspectors, for more regulations. Problem is our governor is supported by the gas and coal industry. Come on. Does anyone not understand what happens then? The people of West Virginia take the hit. Go to the southern part of the state. Everything in this state that's extraction-oriented can be done the right way. You just have to spend a little bit more money, and you have to think about your neighbor. And I don't think that this document right here is a good document either. I don't know why we're even having this meeting tonight, because this to me is an embarrassment. And I mean that. Okay? I mean, this is a joke. But if it gets all these people in Marlington and we're talking about all this stuff, that's a good thing. And I hope that maybe something good will come out of this meeting. But the fighting, the not working together, this county, 30 years ago, you could lure somebody in here and maybe they would bring you 10 or 15 or 50 jobs, 100 jobs. Today there's the internet. The first thing people are going to do is they're going to get on that internet and they're going to look around and they're going to see, well, why are 6 people suing the PSD to try to stop a plant from being built at Snowshoe after 11 years of fighting? Why is this situation going on? Why did the county commission inherit a bad deal in Frank with the tannery? I mean, let's look at how much money this county has wasted on the tannery. What was the politics behind that? Who made out on that deal? This county hasn't made. I mean, we sold a few things. Did we create any jobs up there? At one point, we were going to get a tire burning plant that generated electricity. I don't know if that was a good thing either for this county. But this is not a good document. I do agree with 99% of the people in this room. And I thank you for having this meeting, and thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Willis. Mayor? Sir? And